It was a rainy Tuesday morning when Daniel Carter found himself staring at the eviction notice taped to his apartment door. His 6-year-old daughter, Lily, clutched his leg, confused and silent. The world had not been kind to Daniel since his wife passed away 2 years ago. Once a skilled mechanic, a factory layoff had turned his life upside down. Now, he worked odd jobs, mowing lawns, delivering groceries, and repairing cars in his cousin's garage just to scrape by. He'd always found a way to smile through the pain for Lily. But today, he had no strength left. Later that night, as Lily slept on their worn couch, Daniel scrolled aimlessly through his phone. A headline caught his eye. Seeking contract husband, no romance required, $10,000 per month. Serious inquiries only. He laughed bitterly. A scam, obviously. But desperation has a strange way of shifting perspectives. He clicked. Chapter 1, The Proposal. The next morning, Daniel found himself in a high-rise building, clean-shaven and wearing the one decent suit he owned, his wedding suit, now slightly tight around the shoulders. Across from him sat Elena Moore, the woman behind the ad. She was calm, composed, and startlingly beautiful in a no-nonsense way. Her eyes held the same steel as the skyline behind her. Elena was the CEO of Moore Tech, one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the country. But in that moment, she looked more like a woman with too many walls and too many secrets. "I need a husband," she said bluntly. "For 6 months. Public appearances. Family events. Nothing physical. Strictly professional. You'll be paid well." Daniel blinked. "Why me? You're not from this world. You have no ties to media or corporate games. You're clean. And," she hesitated, scanning his resume, "you're a father. That tells me you're responsible." Daniel hesitated. "What's in it for you?" "I need to appear settled. My board is full of sharks. A married CEO is considered stable. Especially when dealing with male investors." She slid a contract across the table. "You'll move into my guest house. I'll cover your daughter's schooling. You just need to play the role in public." His hands trembled as he reached for the pen. He looked up. "My daughter comes first. Always." Something shifted in Elena's eyes. She nodded. As she should. Chapter 2, The Arrangement. The next few weeks were like stepping into another world. Lily fell in love with the grand estate immediately, especially the backyard garden and the housekeeper, Miss Jean, who baked cookies every Thursday. Elena remained distant, appearing only for public dinners and events. At first, Daniel was awkward beside her, unsure of how to act like a loving husband to a woman who barely looked at him. But as time passed, they found a rhythm. He'd open the car door for her at events. She'd rest her hand lightly on his arm during business galas. Cameras flashed, and investors smiled. What surprised Daniel most wasn't the luxury, it was Elena herself. Behind closed doors, she was different. Softer. Tired. Lonely, in a way that mirrored his own broken pieces. One evening, after an exhausting charity event, she sat beside him on the garden bench, heels in hand, mascara smudged. "Do you ever feel like you're just pretending for everyone?" she asked. Daniel looked at her. "Every single day." They laughed. It wasn't romantic. Not yet. But it was real. Chapter 3, The Cracks Beneath the Glass. It was Lily who broke the ice. One Saturday morning, Elena found her in the kitchen, trying to make pancakes. The kitchen was a flour-streaked mess. Daniel rushed in, ready to clean up, but Elena just laughed, a full, unguarded laugh that echoed through the room. "Can I help?" she asked Lily. From that day forward, something changed. Elena started joining them for meals. Sometimes she'd help Lily with homework. Sometimes she'd just sit silently, sipping tea, watching the two of them interact. Daniel saw her shoulders relax. Her smile became less rare. But everything nearly unraveled when Elena's estranged father returned. He was sharp-tongued, opinionated, and skeptical of Daniel. "She's using you," he whispered at one dinner party. "She'll toss you aside the moment she gets what she wants." Daniel felt the words burn. That night, he confronted Elena. "Is this all just business to you?" he asked. "Because I can't keep letting Lily get attached to something fake." Elena looked stunned. "I didn't ask for your feelings." Daniel's jaw tightened. "But you asked for my life. My time. My daughter's trust. That's more than a contract." She turned away, silent. Daniel moved out the next morning. Chapter 4, The Realization. Weeks passed. The guest house felt like a ghost town. Lily missed Elena. She drew pictures of the three of them, asking when they'd go back. Daniel applied for jobs, sent out resumes, and prayed. But the world outside the mansion was still just as harsh. Meanwhile, Elena sat in her boardroom, staring blankly as shareholders praised her progress. But she felt hollow. She missed Lily's laughter. Missed Daniel's steady presence. Missed the safety of being seen, not as a CEO, but just as a woman trying her best. One night, she found herself outside Daniel's new apartment. She hesitated, holding a bag of groceries and a small teddy bear Lily had left behind. When the door opened, Daniel looked startled. He looked tired, thinner, worn. "I was wrong," Elena said, tears brimming. "It started as a contract. But somewhere along the way, I stopped acting." Daniel's voice cracked. "I don't want Lily growing up thinking love is a transaction." "I don't either," she whispered. "I want her to see what love really looks like." She knelt and hugged Lily, who squealed with joy. "Does this mean we're a real family now?" Lily asked. Daniel looked at Elena. Elena looked at him. And this time, the kiss wasn't for cameras. Chapter 5, A Home Rebuilt. Months later, the wedding wasn't grand, it was simple. Intimate. Real. Elena had stepped down as CEO, choosing instead to start a foundation for underprivileged single parents, named after Daniel's late wife, Sarah. It was Elena's idea. Daniel had opened a small repair shop, with Elena's investment. But he made sure to pay her back every cent pride mattered. Their life wasn't perfect. But it was honest. Love, they learned, wasn't about grand gestures or contracts. It was about small moments. Pancakes on Sundays. Bedtime stories. Arguments and apologies. It was about choosing each other. Every day. Epilogue, a new kind of rich. Years later, a reporter asked Elena during a charity gala, "What made you step away from such a powerful position?" She smiled and gestured to the man across the room, Daniel, with grease on his shirt, lifting Lily onto his shoulders. "I thought I needed power to matter," she said. "But I found something stronger, love that wasn't bought or earned, just given. That's real wealth."